Okie doke. So, we've gone through the three simple cases. And what have we learned? Well, let's have a look again at some historical data and in a bit more detail. So here we've got, again, metals and energy globally. But now there's a few more details. So what have we got? We've got basically, in each case, we've got a log scale. So straight lines are constant growth rates. And we've got years, and as you can see, it's like 100 years plus of data. And we've got GDP growing, and we've got the quantity of resources growing. That's the metals or the energy quantity. And we've got the price more or less constant with fluctuations and so on, but no clear long run trend. So how does this fit the models? Well, it doesn't fit the land model. I claimed that for land, the land model sort of fits for land, but I haven't shown you the data for that. What was the second model? That was costly extraction, no scarcity, right? And that basically predicted this, didn't it? So this basically fits the second model perfectly. And the third model was free extraction, scarcity. That was one that was more like the original DHSS model, but with growth. And according to that one, the equivalent figure should be like this, where this is Y, but then WR actually grows faster than Y and R declines. So that is like way off what we see. Okay, so it looks like the costly extraction no scarcity model is sort of the right one. But the problem with that is, of course, that we know that that can't go on, right? We can't keep extracting exponentially more year on year. We're going to hit the buffers at some point. And actually, I think it's in the book, if we carry on, if we look at our total extraction of everything and put a mass on it and look at the growth rate of that mass, roughly in 700 years, we would be digging up the entire Earth's crust every year if we kept on this growth rate. So that gives you an idea of the kind of time scale where we have to turn these trends around one way or another. So the question is still completely open, really, that was raised by the Club of Rome, and they claimed that we're heading for the cliff. And we haven't really seen anything convincing to tell us that we're not so far from the DHSS. Because the version of the DHSS that matches the data so far, it doesn't tell us how we know that that's not sustainable, and it doesn't tell us like how does the economy react when this stuff starts running out. But we do have some tools, right? We know that when it starts running out, the price will start going up, and that should push the quantity down and so on. We just don't have a model that catches that. But in theory, if we got to a point where it really was running out, the scarcity would dominate, and we'd see this kind of pattern instead. So instead of constant price, we'd have steeply increasing price, and instead of increasing, resource use, we'd have decreasing. But the question is, can we capture that? Those different phases, so to speak, can we capture that in a model? And the answer is yes. And that's going to be the final 2 or 3 videos of this overall lecture, or whatever we call it, set of videos. Okay, that's the end of this one.